Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Wednesday, January 8th, 2025. It's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for 1 hour live chat. I may be sewing today. I don't know. We'll see. um, Let me pull you guys up here, and then I can see some of the people in the chat. I'm not going to read all the names tonight. Make sure my volume is off. Let's see. So let's see. We've got Guess Who Nancy and Brenda Foley, Layton, Bonita Nance, Michelle the Quilter, Kevin the Quilter, Minnie Dula, Brenda Foley, I said, Leetta Bryant, Janice Miller, Quilt Gal, Minnie Dula, and Maddie Barnum. We also have Sue GSD says it's 168 days until retreat 2025. Please pray for our fellow quilters who are in the way of the California fires. Yeah, it's a lot going on with that right now. So, we got. I know I have a lot of California people that watch the channel, so prayers for you guys. Hopefully everyone is safe. Remo GJS is here. Bonita saying she's getting ready for Zoom class. Girl, I need somebody to come cut mine. Okay, I'm doing everything but. Hi, Lana Dean, the real Queen T. Kevin's also reminding you all that we need 200 pillowcases for the 2025 Teaquilts Retreat Pillowcase Drive. Please send in by May or bring to retreat. And we're at 4 people with 29 pillowcases so far. So that's really good. I know a lot of people are working on them in batches. I still haven't cut any. I was at the store and the fabrics were cheap, so I think I bought some fabric that I could use, because I had bought a piece of fabric at Joann's, and so I don't know. I'm hoping that what I bought later, because I didn't have the piece with me, I'm hoping it matches with that. If not, I'll find something else. So hey, Jester Creative Space, Sheila D, T Roberts, Chris Calavo, Sheila Willis, Anita Scott, Melina Montoya, Helena Carter, June Hanson, Suzette, Carla Ford, and Minnie saying we're supposed to get some snow on Friday. Yeah, we got, I don't know, it was so much snow on my car, it was ridiculous. I used the snow shovel to push it off the top of my car. And then it was a lot. It was a lot on the other side of my car. We're supposed to get more snow on Friday too. So yeah, I did finally get to the post office today. They're going to be closed tomorrow. So I'm glad that I did go out of my way to get it today. Hopefully you all been hearing me, because I forgot to clip the mic on. Whoops. I'm thinking it would have worked. I'll just put it right there. Let's see. Carla saying, T, I got my package today. Thank you. You're welcome. Glad it made it there. Dorothy Battle is here. And Francis Jackson. Lana says, I will be finishing my pillowcases. Hopefully, I can get at least 3 done and shipped out to you. So that would be awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Sue says she has 26 pillowcases kitted up. It moved on me. Rotator cuff surgery probably in the next month. Not going to wait till the last minute to sew. Oh my gosh. So you weren't expecting that. Nikki B is here. Thank you, Kevin. Vivian Calvi. Brenda talking about she working on Bonnie's project, trying to get it together. And she swore the pieces are getting. What would she say that the pieces grow? Right. That's what I have to do. Is I have to do piece reduction in order for me to make my way through a whole lot of pieces. That, you know, if I'm starting with 3,000 and I sew 2 of them together, I'm like, okay, that's 1,500 now. I feel much better sometimes when I do that. So that's how I kind of keep track and don't, you know, go crazy with the number of pieces, especially if you pre-cut everything. Thank you, Jesters. It sounds better now. Let's see. Jeanette's here. Got her package, Minnie, and her cast was off today, so that's good. I'm glad it's healing good. My brother is here saying hello. And Nancy says that was on my birthday. Something. Oh God, her windshield cracked from the ice. I had a lot of ice on my car. I got a cracked windshield. I've had a cracked windshield since 2019, and I got 3 cracks in 3 different spots, but they haven't grown, thank God. But I've had them all in the year that I got my car, which was 2019. And the first crack, I was about to go get it replaced because it's a new car, right? Before I could even get to call the place, another rock hit the car. And then I had a third one. And I left that glass in there. I said, I could be buying this every other month at this rate. I don't know how they make an auto glass now. I've never had this issue with older cars. So, yeah, I think they make stuff so that we have to replace. But I've been riding with 3 cracks. They're small. One's big that you can see it on the driver's side, like the size of a quarter. And the other 2 are small. I never even had them fixed because I figured I was going to have a new glass replaced. Well, they've been holding up since 2019. I'm going to leave them right there until they spread out. I ain't replacing that. And I think they do this on purpose. I forgot to pull out the other thing I wanted to talk about. And then I saw the person's name pop up in the chat. I'm going to hit the light. Got to move that out. These things sit on little braces, but I swear they don't work. I got some other projects. I used more than one project in a case. So we'll talk about this one too. All right, so what I've done since last Saturday is Sunday I was working on getting some very basic instructions for the February project put together, and and I was preparing the link for the MODA project that we're going to do in Zoom. So I did get all the emails sent out to the people that signed up for the Zoom sessions for 2025. It's a 1-year subscription. You'll get a minimum of 6 sessions, which are already scheduled. In January, we're doing a heart project. So maybe if you get your quilt top done, you can hang it up in February for the month of February, which is, you know, Valentine's Day month. And February, we're doing an African quilt. You don't have to use African fabrics. You can use whatever you want. I just happened to see the pattern online, and it was in African prints, and so I thought that was an easy thing for me to do. I'm pretty sure that it's somebody's for purchase pattern. What I did was just put it into Electric Quilt, sent you the cut instructions from Electric Quilt in my size. I don't even know what size the original block come in. And I am not, when I'm doing things that you're not paying for a pattern, there are no, what I sent out for February was more than you should have gotten. So I'm not writing a true pattern. I gave some suggestive tips and gave you all that I was able to give you. I don't know what size you're going to make things. I can't give you any fabric yardage. Remember, we're talking about scraps here. So if you have a background fabric or an accent fabric, you can make it all the same fabric, or you can make it scrappy. That's up to you. But as far as amount of yardage, you're going to have to figure that out yourself. I am not doing a 4-page purchase pattern. I put a lot more instructions into February because it was our first month, and I should have. And in future, you'll probably just be getting straight out of Electric Quilt. And so that's how it's going to work. If it's a 4-page pattern, you need to purchase the pattern to be in there, and it may be a small fee for it would be a fee for a class because regular Zoom is a small fee. And then Lana is in here asking, can I Cash App you again for the Zoom class for the year? You haven't paid already, have you? You're just asking, can you Cash App me? My Cash App still works. If that's what you're asking, if you've already paid for the class, you shouldn't have to pay again. I've already sent the emails out yesterday. One person paid today. I sent theirs out. The last date that I'm taking new people into that is going to be Friday, because I'm not going to be every day mailing out what I've already sent to people on Sunday. So it just reduces my time. That's why there's a fee for Zoom. Because I've already sent the information out, and now I'm backtracking, also sending information out, but I'm giving people a final chance to sign up for Zoom so you can be ready for January's class. You don't have to have everything cut out. I probably will not have everything cut out because I'm going to be probably working on, I think I'm going to work on the hearts first instead of the center out. Like, I think I'm going to do that. I did go pull my, some of my bins that I had some scrap fabrics in. Look like these are just Westminster fabrics. I'm not sure if they're all cave prints. But I thought, since I had those 10-inch squares, but I thought since I already have a lot of these type of squares, about 6 inches or so, I don't know what I was planning on doing with them. But I thought I'll just go ahead and use these. So already pre-cut, okay? So I'll probably start cutting my pieces from these. I should have enough. I just got to pick a background piece. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 strips are also in here. So I've gotten my fabric out, just haven't cut a thing. The lineup so far through August, and there will be something going on every month. I'm just not sure what those are yet. But through August, we've got Heart Quilt, February, that's for January, February, African Fabric Quilt. March is Show and Tell for January, February. April will be a project, but I haven't picked it yet, I think. May will be a paid class, the Exploding Star. You'll need to order that pattern as well. It's available on my website. June will be Easy a real easy project. And that's because that's retreat month and I'm not going to have a time to do a whole lot. I probably won't even finish June's project. July will be the Exploding Star Part 2. And there will at some point probably be Exploding Star Part 3 with show and tell, which I haven't put on here. And then August will be another project. So far I've scheduled through August just so I can give you a general idea. So that's 8 months. 6 of those months are already taking care of your membership fee. So as you can see, you're going to get more than your 6 classes, but I need to leave room open in case I want to teach something. I've got room to maneuver that into the schedule. So that's why I said you'll get a minimum of 6. But if I'm not teaching anything, you could be getting 12 classes for the year for $60. So just wanted to go over that. Sign up for that is to, you can pay electronically, which would be the fastest way, is CashApp is $ Teaquilts. Venmo is just Teaquilts. Zelle is my email, teaquilts@teaquilts.com. Don't pay via PayPal because they will take expenses out of it via PayPal. So yeah, when you're signing up for things, you want to send it so that they don't take money out of it. And then if I don't, well, on this one, I don't need for you to email me. Everything's working fine for that because it's all electronically, long as your name is your, you know, I have your email address. That's what I need to know. If you're somebody new that has never emailed me, contacted me, I can't search for your name. I need you to send me your email address so that I can send you the Zoom link. And that's the other thing. For Zoom, I actually made it so that every Zoom class is going to have the same link and the same password for the year. So that way you're not having to remember what the password is, what the link is. It's always going to be the same. See, Don Cunningham is here. I have not read everything. Oh my gosh. Girl, Betsy, I have done that. Ooh, been there, done that. It will, it don't grow back, but it healed over. Oh my God, that is horrible. I even went to surgeons and everything for mine because I had one person trying to have surgery on me that I really felt like I didn't need surgery, so I went and got a second opinion. But he was trying to scare me to say that I wasn't going to have feeling in it, which I thought was really weird because I feel it very much right now. So it was just weird. Joe Carmel is here. I'm going to talk about her in a minute. Paula S. and Pamela Abel. Kevin out here advertising again in the all caps. As far as African Queen patterns and skin tones, I did cut a second batch. I think now I'm down to like, I don't know, 4 or 5 more sets. I didn't count those before I came. I did go to the post office today and deliver a batch. So I'm glad that I went today and didn't plan it for tomorrow, not knowing that they were going to be closed. So I did get that stuff in. So it's a lot going on. People are also sending prayers to Remo. Joe Cormel talking about laughing out loud. I've sort of been good. Girl, please. So, Retreat 2025. I got one member that is trying to sell her spot. I
I have done my second, well, actually my third, because when I first signed up, I used my money for the down payment for the facility. And so I've made now the down payment and the first retreat payment and the second retreat payment. So I've already paid the facility 3 of 4 payments already. And I have somebody that wants to know if somebody wants to buy their room. It's a single. It's $1,100. It's the last week of June 2025 in St. Louis, Missouri. You be coming into the STL Lambert Airport. And it includes 5 nights at the retreat center, all meals at the retreat center. It does not include meals when we're out roaming around, like on the bus trip or shop hop days. We're close to a major street, and that street will get you to any food restaurant you want to eat at if you don't like the retreat center food, which, you know, when you go on retreats, it's not going to be about the food. I'm going to tell you that. It's like they do contract cafeteria type food. So if you ever get tired of it, there's plenty of places where you can go eat if you choose. What else? We have, it includes the chartered bus trip where we're going to go around. I'm not saying exactly where we're going because I was planning to contact those centers this week, but we had a snowstorm. You know, I was trying to wait till after Christmas to talk to the actual owners of these facilities. And the whole Midwest is a hot mess with snow right now. So I'm not even thinking about that. And then we're talking about snow again. So I'm hoping by one day next week I can actually get to people. A lot of quilt shops are now open on Monday, which is weird, but they're not. So I'm hoping by like next Wednesday or Thursday that I can actually talk to some quilt shop owners to confirm if we can come there, confirm what it is that I'm asking, if they could do what I'm asking them to do, and just go from there. Joe Carmel saying she's got a single spot. The only thing with that is that they're going to count the head count. So yes, you and your husband can come, because then they'll just make you all a double. So it'll be more than the $1,100. I think the double rate was $850. So he would have to pay, you both be paying $850 each instead of $1,100 for just one person. They do that by the head count of the food and stuff like that, and the use of their facility, which they don't care. They're counting bodies, and so I have to register every body that's at retreat. So let me know, Joe Carmel, if you're interested, and then I'll know whether or not to hold a spot or not. You can let me know in an email, because we love to have you back. Carissa, I never did receive an email with your mailing address for round robin. I want to get that out. We just had to start in February because I forgot that Jason was going on vacation. So I was waiting for somebody else. I got their confirmation. So now I'm ready to start compiling address lists so that I can figure out, give people, just pull a name, and whoever name I pull next, you go, that's who you go to. And so that's how I'm going to do it. It's just going to be a random draw. You'll be adding 5 borders onto a quilt center. So, okay, Joe, I'll hold it until then. But the person that had to cancel, can come, but it's going to be very inconvenient because something else happened. And so, they'll have to hire somebody else to come in if they do come to retreat. So that's the issue. But if she loses her spot, then, lose her money, she's not willing to do that, then she'll just go ahead and hire somebody else. So, but yeah. I'm not reading all of the comments. And so now that since we're talking to Miss Joe Carmel, I was looking at her videos. I don't comment on your videos, Joe, because I'm lazy in bed watching on the TV screen. But I do watch. And I saw where she's doing Underground Railroad. I done an Underground Railroad quilt, and she's using Quilt in the Days book. So she's doing it as a sew along. So her channel is Quilts by Carmel. If you're not a subscriber over there and you're interested in doing that, I have blocks here that I kept from a friend. One of my friends passed away. Her name was Karen. And she was working, my small group was working on the Underground Railroad quilt. Well, I had already done the quilt. I gave it to my brother. And then I had also done another Underground Railroad type quilt. So I had already done two. So I wasn't interested in doing another Underground Railroad quilt. But when my friend passed and I saw that she still had her blocks, and I haven't even counted to see if her blocks are all done. But I thought this might be a good time to just come on here, highlight Joe Carmel's class, and I'll just show you one of the blocks here from the Quilt in a Day book. And I thought this would be a good time for me while Joe's working on this, for me to get this stuff done, okay? So that's why I brought it in here. I don't even know if the book, yeah, I got the book here, thank goodness. I don't know what I did with the coordinating fabric, so I'm going to have to see if I can find that, or because I don't have these type fabrics in my stash. But this is the book that Joe Carmel's going to be using. And these, I got the blocks. I think all the blocks are done. So let's see how many is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 15 plus the, and Joe Carmel talks about the label too. That was not out when I bought the book. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have to figure out which block is missing. And then I just need to make one block. And then I don't, like I said, I don't even know if I've got fabric of this or not. And it looks, trying to see what else is in here. I think this is a different project she just happened to have in here, because I don't know what this stuff is. It's just appliques for a block. Yep. And there's nothing written on the envelope, so I'll probably be pitching all of that. But I wanted to share that with you. Shout out her channel. If you would like to do an Underground Railroad quilt, now would be the time, because she's doing it as a sew along. So there's no stress and pressure in doing that. Maybe I can look for these fabrics. I remember seeing them like years ago. But I don't know if I mixed them in with my regular stash, if I got them pulled aside because it's a project, you know, things like that. So I got to figure that part out. But I thought that I would share that with you. A lot of people been asking about Underground Railroads. And one of these days, I might teach the one that I did, that I kept for myself. I gave my Underground Railroad quilt to my brother, and somehow that quilt has mysteriously turned up missing. My brother passed away. Okay, Carissa, I got it this time. I don't know why I didn't get it before. I'll look at the emails on it before. Okay. For some reason, I was getting emails like days later. So all the other emails have come through, but that one did not come through. And Don saying Eleanor Burns has a really good YouTube video on an Underground Railroad quilts. The size blocks I'm using are 12-inch blocks. Joe. She's saying she'll send me a label. Girl. And I can make it bigger. Even if you don't have it in that size, I can make it bigger. So thank you, Carissa. Thank you, Joe Carmel. Other things that I've been working on is I've been working on a project. I have so many projects that I got to do this year. And I was just making some of these blocks here, just a framed square. I ended up cutting the entire quilt, not just the frame squares, but I've made 100 of these little jokers, okay? I got half of the quilt top put together, and it's so big, I can't even open it up to look at it to know what I want to do next, okay? So I'm now stalled. I'm in stall mode. So I might wait until I go to Scrap Club, something like that, where I can have a lot of floor space to use it, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at as far as what I've done this week, quilt related. I think I've been doing a whole lot of cutting and sewing. So, and I was sick. I feel a lot better. I'm still all congested nasally, but it never got into my chest, thank God. So that was really good that it didn't get down in my chest, because that's really hard to get over once it gets down in the chest. Hi, Janet McCarroll. I have a feeling I've seen that video, but I can't remember it right now. Yeah, Carissa says you sound a lot better. Yeah, I feel a lot better, but I've been just trying to drink a lot of water, because I feel like if you got mucus, if you just try to loosen up your body fluids and stuff to make sure, I don't know if it works or not. I just feel better doing it, and I guess because I got a lot of water. So, but yeah, I feel a whole lot better. I'm still taking medications, mostly sinus meds now. Just to make sure that, I don't get too congested up in here. So, what else did I want to talk about? I think that's it. If anybody got any questions, now would be time to ask them. I am going to, so I think I'm going to sew interwoven, I think, if we don't get any questions. So this is interwoven, a Villa Rosa pattern, and I'm working on that. Don saying how much snow? I got about 11 inches where I was. The first, it snowed Sunday night, and everything was hunky-dory all day. I mean, it was snowing all day Monday, I guess. No, was it Saturday night? Saturday night. And then it stopped for a little bit, and then it started back Sunday in the day. So for some reason, I go and try to open my back screen door, and I can't even open my back screen door. I got so much snow on my deck. So I go to the front door, and I could barely open the front door because that stoop is higher for some, I don't know why it's made different, but the stoop is higher right there. So I at this, because I'm up because I can't sleep because I'm congested. So every time I slip down off my pillows, I'm waking up. So I'm up anyway. So who's out at 2 a.m. shoveling some snow so that I can make sure that we don't get blocked into this house? Okay, we'll be having to go out a window. So I was like, let me go get some of this snow up. It snowed so much after I had cleaned the porch and the steps off and part of the walkway. It snowed so much that my husband didn't even know that I had shoveled, and he goes out and shovels it the next day, the porch the next day, and then I did the whole walkway the next day, and then he went back out yesterday and did the driveway. But it was so much snow, it's ridiculous, and it's heavy, and it ain't nothing but ice. And when it was falling, you could hear that it was just ice. So we was about to really be like, you know, when they say snowed in, I'm like really snowed in, okay? So yeah, it was a lot of snow. Still side streets that are not cleared. My street is not cleared. I got my street, another street, another street. So 3 streets for me to get out to the main road that's not cleared. So I'm not planning on going anywhere soon. The second reason that I went out, because if I had just to go to the post office, I probably wouldn't have gone out today looking at my street. But I had a dentist appointment today, and it takes like 8 months to get a dentist appointment. So I didn't want to, not go. So I went to my dental appointment, then came home and started packaging up items. And you can't like pre-package items and pre-print labels because your labels will expire. So I have to know that I'm going to go to the post office today or tomorrow, because after that, your labels expire. You have to go through changes to get your money back, and they can deny you getting your money back if you have a whole lot of labels. So it's a hot mess with shipping. So, Kevin just in here starting a mess again. I have a question, Miss T. Why you gotta be so good to us Teaquilters? Because I love y'all. That's why. Hi, Lizette Zayas. So that's a lot of snow. Glad your power didn't go out. Paula says they had had 8 inches in southern Maryland. So that was good. Yeah, I'm glad nothing went out. We didn't have any flashes or anything like that. So I was really glad about that. Okay, I guess I didn't sort my strips out. I was trying to make it so I was organized for today, but what I did was organize which fabric went with which strip set, but I didn't organize the rest of the fabric. I used the scraps to organize on my board, and then I guess I stopped. I was like, I'm done. So this really is a quick quilt that you could do in a day, especially if you're not talking to somebody, videotaping, chatting, answering questions, things like that, which I'm doing. So, and then I'm only sewing on this particular project on the lives, just so that I have something to sew on when I'm with you guys. So yeah. All right. We'll start with this set. I wasn't going to even put on a shirt today because I had on sweatshirt. Girl, I had on, I got up this morning talking about it feels like 8. I hurry up and put on them merino wool leggings under, like they're not long johns because they don't have that bubble texture, but they're just leggings that are merino wool. I put on a sweatsuit on top of that, had me a hoodie, undershirt. I was not playing today. Was not playing. I didn't feel not one iota of cold, okay? Was not playing. So I'm working with these, I used the lime green background. Now I'm using this Irish green or Kelly green. That's what I'm sewing with now. I need 2 panels in this fabric. Oh, Kevin's so sweet. I probably missed all the hearts. May we may get 2 to 4 inches in South Carolina on Friday. Everything was shut down, laughing out loud. Right. Only reason, well, we had a lot of snow. And if it had been a weekday, I don't even think, like Missouri, it keeps on moving. It's used to snow. But on weekdays, they would have had that stuff cleared up long time ago. But on the Sunday when it happened, it takes a lot longer. And then they only come down like side streets once. And that's what they did on our street. They just come down once. Your main roads, it's no snow on those. Now, on one of the main roads I was on, there was 2 lanes that they cleared. They cleared 2 lanes each way. And then every once in a while when I was out today, that lane would disappear. So it was like, okay, you got to pay attention. So I just stayed in the left lane. I didn't care who was turning and all of that. I didn't have time to be all of a sudden my lane runs out. So I just stayed in the left lane. And I didn't get on the highway. The highway, I'm sure, is really clear. My concern about the highway is black ice here. We have a lot of black ice here in Missouri. So when I'm making these, I have to not put one of these on one of the pieces. So I just try to kick it to the side because I'll forget while I'm talking and sewing. Oh. So thank you all for your hearts. And Sue says they got about 9 in South County mixed with sleet. Right, because that's how it started out, was like sleet. I mean, it was hitting. At one point we had like thunderstorms. It's like, what? It was like a snow thunderstorm. I think everybody was ready to move when that happened. I think everybody was ready to move. We did have, what was it, yesterday? We had like surrounding counties lose their power, but I never lost mine, thank goodness. Losing power this time of the year, trying to get these trucks in here, it's a nightmare. So this is a directional print. Make sure I turn them all right side up before I get started. I'm laughing at Dawn. She says, T, I wonder what Kevin wants. Me too, Dawn. Oh my goodness. It's called Interwoven. I've been working on it for the last 3 sew sessions. By Villa Rosa. And it's a jelly roll project. That's for T. Roberts. Michelle says, I received the New Year quilt that I won this week, and it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Miss T. You're welcome. I'm glad you love it. Like I said, it was one of those jelly rolls that, like when I got it, it must have been like a good price or something. And I thought, oh, I'll just give it away. It's no big deal. And then when it was time for me to give it away, I go, well, I kind of like it a little. I wasn't like totally in love with it. And then when I came up with a quilt project that I was going to give away, that wasn't going to be Christmas fabrics, although a Christmas gift, that fat quarter came back up again. And I go, well, okay, it must be time for me to use it. So that's what I did. And I think it was one of those that could have been gender neutral. That's why I kind of liked it too, in case a male wanted. I don't. I'm so confused on. Let me see. Okay, let me see what I got down here. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong spot. That's why I'm confused. I'm fine. I was like, what am I sewing? I'm fine. You could only mess this up if you're trying to put pieces in a particular spot. And I was trying to do that. And then I got a couple of directional prints. So that's what's throwing me off, is every time I sew a directional print, I get so thrown off. And then when it looked in the wrong spot. This is a very easy pattern. Lizette says, for those traveling from away, how many projects do you recommend we bring to retreat? I'd say 2 to 3 maybe. And I'm only saying that loosely. You don't technically have, I would say at least come with 1, because Tuesday we're not going to be, you could be assigned a project. I'm not sure yet, because I had to revamp the whole schedule for Teaquilts. But we might, so you might be, when you get there on Tuesday, say you somebody that come in Monday, because there's some people that come in Monday and they get a hotel so that they can start at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So if they can't get a flight that's going to get them there before noon, then they come in the day before so that they can, or if they're driving from a long distance, they come the night before and they stay at the hotel. We have people that do that. So, people on Tuesday, you're kind of like, as you're entering, you're kind of getting your space set up. You're kind of sewing on your own projects. You're talking to people. It's kind of like the family reunion where you're just talking to people, getting to learn who people are. We'll have a welcome meeting after dinner. And we'll get to do a formal who am I? On arrival day, you want to wear a shirt representing your state. And then on Wednesday, we're on the bus all day. We get back, let's say we get back at 7 p.m. Most times it's after 9. So if you're not one of those people to go to bed early, or if you want to go sew after you've been shopping and been motivated with all this inspiration you're going to be seeing as we go along, then you can go back into the room and sew. We can sew in those rooms 24 hours. Thursday will be main project day. So you'll have a project to do. And then Thursday night will be something. Friday will be local shop hops, so people don't have to leave retreat center doing regular scheduled programming to go local shop hopping. So we go ahead and include that. We have a few people that use their cars, their personal vehicles. So then they'll tote the people from out of town, or if somebody rented a car and you want to drive, you can do that as well. or drove a car, you can do that as well if you don't like. Some people don't like people driving them. Um, uh, that's Friday. And then you got Friday night when we come back from that, because our stores close between 3 to 5 p.m. depending on which shop it is. Quilt shops don't stay open long anymore after COVID for some reason. And then on Saturday is Saturday morning. We collect pillowcases. So you've got all the time that you're at retreat to make a pillowcase. And then it's 3 hours allocated at the meeting that if you want to make pillowcases during that time, you can ask questions. Now, I feel that pillowcases are kind of easy. You pre-do your pillowcase before you come. That's 3 additional hours that you could be working on something else, because I'm not even going to do a formal presentation on it, because I feel like unless somebody emails me and say they don't understand or can't do it, okay, then I'll just help the people that say that. But I'm not looking to do a formal class on that, because I feel like most of us have made pillowcases before. So I'm not planning to do any formal presentation or set aside like in the past I asked for volunteers to do this, volunteers to do that. I'll just probably get the retreat committee people to work on stuff if we need it with the people that need pillowcases. So I don't feel like that's going to be class time. I'm going to put it on the schedule, but it's not really going to be like for everybody. So if you already have your pillowcase made, then you can just go ahead and work on your own projects, or work on the projects that you haven't finished that's been presented. I do know right now that there's 2 projects for sure. Your Thursday project, and then we've got another project. I'm not going to say live what it is. And then I'm trying to decide. I probably would do a lecture Friday. I'm not sure. Probably a lecture on strings and crumbs, maybe. I can't remember what I did it before. I think it was scrap quilts before. So this time I'll just do strings and crumbs. And then it might be another demonstration or something like that, or a quick class. So I haven't decided that yet. But I do have 3 things. So if you're a person that sews fast, up all night, most times I'm at retreat and I'm not organizing it, I'm up all night. When I do the Teaquilts retreats, I do try to get out of there sometimes at a reasonable time, so that I'm not on call the entire time, so my brain gets a chance to rest. And then sometimes when it was like 4 or 5 of us left in the room, I was in there sewing. I sewed really good 2024 retreat. 2022, I didn't sew a thing. Didn't get anything sewed. So, yeah. What else? I'm getting all nasally. So I'd say as a minimum, I would probably bring 2 projects. It just depends on how fast you sew as well, all of that. It's all up to you. This fabric is not directional, but, it's cutting a spot that it would look prettier this way. So that's what we're doing. Absolutely no reason why, but I'm doing it. All right. Now I got to figure out which one of these. Okay. So, yeah. And I'm not going to stay on long today. Oh, that was the other thing. I washed and twisted my hair yesterday, and I must have got some bug because I got these things super skinny. It's like, girl, it took me hours to do this. I was like, good Lord. That's what normally I put them in there pretty hefty, and then I'll just do a twist out with them. This time I decided I wanted to wear the twist, so I stopped I stopped counting the time. I'm like, girl, you don't have time for this, but I did it anyway. I used to do it like this all the time, had the smaller ones. And I cut it. I blow dried it so I could cut it. There was I know I don't have any water in this iron. Put that here. I had put some kind of oil in my hair when I had the braids for Hawaii last year, and I felt like it turned my gray hair yellow. And so I've been trying to cut that out. I've been cutting it all year, trying to get the yellow out of my hair. So all right. Linda Williams is here. Her package arrived. The calendar is on the fridge, replacing last year's. It's cold in Greensboro. Can't believe we lived in it daily in upstate New York. And her rent's paid. Well, thank you, Linda. Yes. But yeah. I'm to the point now where I'm just amazed when my post office is open. And I'm not talking about just the snow things. It's like even during the Christmas holidays, they wouldn't even tell us that they were closing early. And my niece also works for a different post office across town and out west. So southwest of me. And they were working and were open on New Year's Eve. Nothing at their branch about anything closing. I get to my branch, they don't have a sign on the door or anything. And I had gone the day before. They could have put a sign on the door saying we weren't going to be open. But no, you get there and then they're not open. So, yeah, I don't know. And there be some days, too, where they don't even have the staff show up that they have to close. So, post office is struggling for good staff, too. Let me make sure I got everybody's questions just to make sure. And you'll be getting like an actual schedule. You'll be getting, I don't normally send out what to bring to retreats, but maybe I need to do like another list that's for people when you're traveling out of town to retreat. I need to look at the big list because there is no way that you can bring everything that's listed on my big list to retreat. You're going to be spending a lot of money on your luggage. And so I try to have people bring like, you're only going to have 4 foot of table space this time. So I'm trying to, I'm going to have, I always have very large cutting areas for people. Like if you need to cut borders or something like that, I try to bring 2 or 3 large mats for that. I bring big boards. I have mine. Sue brings one that goes on top of a table. And then my friend Jennifer, she brings another one. So we'll have 3 larger ironing surfaces. What else? So that's your mat. That's your ironing. If you want to bring like a little mini iron and something small to iron on, you can do that. You may have to, if you're going to cut in your space, you may have to like take your machine off the table temporarily, just plop it down next to you on the floor, things like that. So it just depends. We're at a different facility. They don't have 6-foot tables like we did at the other facility. They have 8-foot tables, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to have to be 2 people to a table because of the number of tables that they have. I think they only have 20 rectangular tables. And then I'm gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to bring a couple of tables for the cut mats. I'm gonna have to bring that myself. Because they won't fit on. They got round tables that we can use for additional pressing if we need. But for cutting, the big cutting mats, they won't fit on there. So, I'll probably bring my few folding tables myself just for the press tables. So there's going to be 2 rooms this time, which gives a little bit more space to spread out as well. I sold that one wrong. I sold it to the wrong end. I'm just looking at it because it's not matching what I'm putting up here now. So let's take that off. Get this in the right order. Just, oops. Take this off. And I'm not going to stay on here long. I just, wanted to come on and just get you all up to date on everything that's going on. But I'm going to fix this so I don't have to look at it later. Or forget. Be like, what is this? I already had to take one of them loose on one of the lives. It had the pieces go in the wrong direction. I was about to do it again, put it in the middle instead of on the end. All right, so I'm actually going to just stop here. All right, let's see. I'm just going to go in here and make sure. Joe Carmel said, don't forget to leave room in your suitcases for purchases. So that's correct. Also, you can mail stuff back to yourself so that you don't have to carry it if you want to do that as well. Hi, Eric Oda. Welcome, welcome. My Miss T's hair is 100. Thank you, Michelle. Good night, everyone. That's from my brother. He let me know when it be 8. He don't be messing around. Deborah says she got her package. Awesome, awesome. I'm glad they're coming, arriving. I just had a delay with some packages that I got orders since last Friday. Because I got orders starting Friday after I had already gone to the post office. Or was it Saturday? Orders Saturday, because that was the 4th that came after we had already gone to the post office. And so then we had the snow, so they didn't get mailed until today. So if you placed an order Saturday through today. Then it went out today. So I'm glad the packages are arriving. Post office closed for Carter's. Okay, for Carter's funeral, and that's what I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember. They didn't have the note on the door. It was like some note in some indiscreet spot, and I didn't get up close to it, and I couldn't remember. All I could see was we're closed tomorrow, and then I couldn't see what the 4 was. And for some reason, I thought they had it today, but that could just be the viewing the viewing part. So I got it all mixed up. So thank you, Don. People are still sending prayers for people in the fires. Don't forget about them. I'm compiling an email with all the info we talked about. I didn't realize how much parts and stuff it was. Oh my God. Eric trying to spend my money. Okay, Eric, I appreciate it. Kim R's just popping in. We about to leave, girl. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to get off here. I'm going to stop. I will see you all Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for 2-hour live sewing chat. And guess what we'll be working on? Yeah, this. Because I'm just going to put this stuff, take this and kick it to the side. Maybe I'll sew the remaining pieces so that they all look the same, so I'm not confused when I come back. Make them so that they're all the same. Eric says, well, I'm giving you options. So yeah, so that's going to be it, guys. And then also, if you're missing Saturday's live, just remember that Zoom information has already been sent out to everybody that is paid for Zoom. If you're signing up, you got till Friday. I'm not going to deal with any Zoom send outs after that. So no Zoom sends out on Saturdays or Sunday, because I'm going to be busy probably trying to cut my own stuff so that I can have something to sew. So I'll be busy otherwise. So I will see you all then. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone, and quilt out. Good night.